Pepsi on the stage with me now. The Florida A&M Rattlers with their head coach, Willie Simmons, joined by Jeremy Musa and Javen Morgan. Gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us, and glad for you to be here. I think that we have to obviously address the big elephant in the room, the conversation that's happened since Friday. And so, Coach Simmons, I'm going to ask you what took place with the unauthorized video in the locker room, and where are you now in terms of addressing it?
Well, what we can say is that we've addressed the situation right now. There's an internal investigation going on, and because of that, we can't comment on any of the details. But we're back to full activity. Our guys are excited about the opportunity to go into training camp next week. We have an exciting football team returning. Obviously, everyone knows we'll pick to win the East, and we're excited to be able to go on the field and see if we can, see if everyone knows what they're talking about.
Well, you talk about being picked to win the East, and as a coach, you always want to try to limit distractions. How do you try to push this aside and move forward and not let it be a distraction going into your first game?
Well, the message that I've always given our football team is that we have to be able to control the controllables. And for us, that's just the mental approach that we take every day. And so we know that adversity is going to come in many forms. Throughout this 13-game season that we're preparing for, we're going to see our fair share of adversity. So our ability to overcome that adversity, to stay close as a football team, and to ultimately learn and get better every single day is what's going to determine our success. And that's the focus that we take into every day.
In terms of managing the expectations for the upcoming season, understanding where you're picked to finish in the preseason, and then also the way that you finished the last couple of years, how are folks and your team specifically handling those expectations this year?
Well, the one thing that our guys understand is that when you come to FAMU, you better be prepared for high expectations. And that's on the football field, that's off the field, that's in the classroom. And so because of that, we have to just be prepared every day to put our best foot forward. And that's all we can control. And so as long as these guys understand that they do everything they can to represent this institution in a first-class manner, that they give their very best in what they do, the outcome will be what we can make it. And Rattler Nation embraces that. They love and appreciate that about these guys. And if we can just continue to work hard and do the right things, I think everything else takes care of itself.
We know that you are an offensive-minded coach, and you have a great gunslinger there in Jeremy Musa. And so, Jeremy, I'm going to ask, just how has Coach Simmons invigorated you this offseason to step up and step into a preseason player of the year type of form that will play out on the field?
Yeah, I think his message has been consistent. I mean, my role now as within the team and as the quarterback is I have to be a little bit more of a vocal leader and establish that presence. I've always been a guy to do the right thing and lead by example, but our team needs that voice, that person that's going to hold people accountable and continue to push our team to be great every single day. So he's pushed me to do that over the off season, in spring, and in summer workouts right now. And I think we've done a pretty good job of setting a standard that we need to meet every single day.
You think about the strength of the offense, but defensively, the Rattler Dark Cloud defense has been equally as solid. Javen, how are you ready to step in to an even greater role this year on the defensive end?
Well, I just want to try to do the same thing I've been doing, and that's just doing my 111, and that's what everybody else will try to do as well.
In terms of how you're looking to lock down things defensively, and especially in that secondary, how much more fear do you feel like that secondary unit is this year?
Oh yeah, we're real scared. We're gonna show y'all. Yes, man.
In terms of the mindset that both of you all had coming into this season, and understanding all eyes are on you to try to get to the SWAC championship game, kind of, how have you prepared yourself mentally?
Start fast.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing for us on offense is just consistency. We have to be able to make the plays that come to us. Coach is going to do a good job of scheming those plays up each game. So when the opportunities present themselves, we have to capitalize, because you're only going to get so many of those in a game.
And looking at the upcoming schedule, obviously you all start out and everyone is circling that Labor Day game down at the Orange Blossom Classic against Jackson State. That has been the game that has made the difference, especially for last year. For you all, what are you thinking going into that game, and how much are you getting up for September 3rd?
Yeah, I mean, I think everyone knows that's the game that we have circled on our calendar. You know, it's going to be the first game, so it's going to bring a lot of excitement. It's going to be a great venue down in Miami. I know we're both excited to be able to have an opportunity to play in that game again. But we know what that game means. We know the magnitude that it holds. But ultimately, like, we can't put any added extra pressure just because of that. You know, it's at the end of the day, it's a football game. It's a divisional football game in the East, and we have to be able to win, like Coach Simmons says, to be able to control our own destiny in the end. We don't want to have to put it in anybody else's hands. It's going to be a great opportunity for us to show the country what kind of football we're going to play this year.
All right, I'm going to ask each of you, just give me one word that will help to get you to the SWAC championship, to then represent it, win that game, and represent in the Celebration Bowl. What's that one word that this team must have this year in order to make it to Atlanta?
Family.
Consistency.
Determination.
All right, consistency, determination. Did we say that?
And family.
And family as well. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the Florida A&M Rattlers out of Tallahassee, led by head coach Willie Simmons.
On NFL Now, how has your path to the draft been going as you chase that dream?
It's been going well. So just every step of the way, just taking it day by day and enjoying the process, and also just talking to different teams and getting acquainted with different teams. It's all been good, and I'm enjoying the process.
I mean, Xavier, you were an HBCU All-American this year. You put up incredible numbers, more than 1,000 yards, 11 touchdowns for the second time in your career at FAMU. But the HBCU Combine and your performance all week and in the Legacy Bowl game really seemed to elevate your status, especially with the scouts that we saw down there in New Orleans. What do you think that role played, your postseason bowl games and practices played, and where things are right now?
It played a major role, and I feel as though once I ran that 4.38 or sub 4.4, I feel as though they had no choice but to, try to come see and try to, be more acquainted and get more interested in me and what I do, and just showing the ability to run routes at a high level, create separation, and get open on a consistent basis. I feel as though that's what helped me, and I just thank the HBCU Legacy Bowl for giving me an opportunity to just showcase what I could do on that stage.
And you took the opportunity, the offensive MVP of that game, which is showing the highlights there as well. But I want to go back to the 40, because earlier in the week, and Steve was down there, and we're doing NFL Now, and Steve and Sherry Burris and Bucky were going, hey, there's this guy who just ran this 40 that everyone's paying attention to. There were some that had you like 4.38, 4.39. Right. That's the beauty of hey, we're going to pick the best stopwatch. Xavier, right. What's your best 40 time?
Oh.
My best 40 time was what they got, 4.38. That was my best 40 time, and, I just wanted to get out there and show that I could do it again and again.
Well, Xavier, besides your production and that great 40 time, your story is amazing. I mean, out of high school, you went to work at an Amazon distribution plant down there outside of Lakeland, Florida, from where you are. And then here you are. I mean, you're just to this point alone, ending right now at an HBCU All-American seems like it's a fairy tale. How many more chapters do you want to add, though, to the story?
However many chapters God allows me to add on to this process. For me, I think it's just the beginning, and I feel as though it's a lot more to this story. It's a lot more to be written to this story. So, I just want to continue to add on and not really kind of focus on where I'm at now, but just continuing to look ahead.
So, Xavier, if you get drafted, you'd be the first FAMU guy drafted since 2013. It's been a decade. What would that mean to you?
It'll mean the most to me, not only for me, but for the entire program as well, because there's a rich history of guys who who's came from FAMU, and just me being able to place my name in that space with those guys and mean the world to me. Just it's a legacy, man, and I just wanted to be a part of that legacy. So being drafted would mean the world to me.
Well, I mean, we know Ken Riley, Florida A&M standout, going to the Pro Football Hall of Fame this year. I want to make a quick tweak to that, because you might be the second player from FAMU drafted, because your teammate Isaiah Land, coming off the edge, is also another player who could be drafted. What can you tell us about Isaiah, and then also the relationship you guys have, because we saw you at your pro day down there, and you two, the love you two have for one another is pretty strong.
Just watching him come in as a freshman from day one, it was his work ethic, the way he worked, the way he went about his business. He would always say, I'm going to the NFL, I'm going to the NFL. He had that demeanor, and now it's starting to show. Now it's starting to pay off to where, he's the top HBCU prospect, as well as winning the Buck Buchanan Award for top FCS Defensive Player of the Year. So, that he came in with that hunger, and now it's starting to show. So, when he first came, they had the big Zay, Lil Zay, and that just kind of shows the love and the brotherhood that we have for each other.
Well, he did great at the Senior Bowl. You did great at the HBCU Legacy Bowl. Both of those games here, a spotlight on NFL Network, and both of those games, hopefully after great careers there at FAMU, getting you drafted coming up next weekend in Kansas City. Xavier Smith, good luck to you, man. Can't wait to see where you go.
Good luck, Zay.
I feel like it was important for me to go to an HBCU. It brought me a lot of trials and tribulations and a lot of hurdles I had to get across.
He's going to be sacked. Isaiah Land, that's what I'm talking about.
We don't have a lot of stuff the big school guys got, and they always believed in me because they saw my work ethic and gave me room to grow.
Isaiah Land all over him and he's going to get his second sack of the day.
Also, just like the culture in the HBCU, a lot of people associate being black with like the wrong things. When you go to an HBCU, you're just surrounded by black excellence. I feel like I could go teach that and tell that to other people. Isaiah Land, Florida A&M, outside linebacker. My style of play is fast.
Land coming through, putting great pressure on the quarterback.
I like to put pressure on the quarterback. If we got a scheme, I'm gonna just do my best to just play my part. I'd rather see the team win than I win. I could take tough coaching. I'm gonna always work hard, and I expect the best from myself. I was originally born in Buffalo, New York. My mom, she struggled. She's a big reason why I'm so determined in life. She worked night school and stuff like that, graduated college, and then when I was 6 or 7, as soon as she got enough money, she moved me and my brother Josh to Georgia. We landed in Lawrenceville, Georgia. In Lawrenceville, we had a lot better opportunities than Buffalo, so like I grew up around a lot of athletes who motivated me and let me know that I could go be a professional athlete. Feel like it's really true until it happens. So like once they really draft me, that's when I feel like all of this will really kick in. I really made it to the NFL. Draft night for me would be like a shock. It's big for my family. I got so many nieces and nephews, little cousins, stuff like that who want to play sports, and I just want to inspire them to be great.
The sack master, Kamari Stevens.
I'm here with the sack master, Isaiah Land. Y'all know about him, NFL Combine. Don't act like you don't know.
Something you couldn't live without.
You, on that edge. On that edge. Without you last season, I wouldn't have half the sense I had. That's not, bro, we ain't going there.
Nah, something I couldn't live without is football. Game of football. Sing your favorite song.
See, my days are cold without you, but I'm hurting while I'm with you. And my heart can't take no more. I keep on running back to you.
Yeah, I got a good one for you. Sing a song right now. That's what they say. Sing a song. And I'll give you one. Alicia Keys.
This girl is on fire.
Fire, fire.
This girl is on fire.
She's staying on fire. Fire, fire.
Sing a song.
It's amazing I'm in this place with you. I just can't crack code. One day you scream me, you love me. Now the next day you're so cold. Okay, then you tell me.
You know it's TJ and Big Mike. We don't
Know
like
who
these
that.
questions. We got one question for you. Who gonna carry the boats? Who gonna carry
Times
the
get
boats?
hard. Who you gonna call?
That's all we got. That's all we got, bro. That's it.
Perform a TikTok dance. Hey, 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 hey.
Who on the team makes impulse purchases?
I would say
Better not say me.
probably Kendall Bowler.
Okay.
Aggressive. Hitting the mouth every time you can. Yes, sir. Wheel and dealing. Limousine ride. Jet fly. Son of a gun. And I'm having a hard time on these alligator stuff. I give you 2 cuts and a rim flip.
Something to be said about a team that finds a way to win. So even when you're not your best, you still find a way to get it done. And that's a testament to these guys, their faith and their character and how they work. You know, we said we have to prepare for a 60-minute game. You know, our guys were able to do that, and it came down to the very last play. So we found a way, and we're extremely proud of them.
up, guys? This is Jason from Clicks Media, and today I wanted to spend a little bit of time talking about Shopify. Now, Shopify is one of the platforms that I have used, I've had a ton of success with, and I want to give you 3 reasons why you should use Shopify to start your own online business so that you can start generating passive income. Now, the first reason why is because Shopify is super easy to set up. You don't need to have any coding experience, nor do you need to have any website experience for that matter at all, right? The platform is so simple. They provide you with really nice looking templates that you can use to set up your website for whatever store it is that you're trying to set up, right? So let's say that you have an idea and you want to sell some products that you created, or you want to sell some digital products such as ebooks, or you just want to market your services for a skill set that you might have. Shopify has the template for you. So this is the main reason why I like Shopify, because in terms of setting up any type of commerce site, Shopify is one of the best platforms out there. It's a lot easier to use than some of the other web builders that are out there. They provide you with the hosting. If you needed to get a domain, they can help you out with that. And like I said, just all of the design and template elements are there for you. So all you literally need to do is just move certain pictures and boxes around and choose your colors and choose the fonts that you want, and boom, you'll have a website set up. So that's one of the main reasons why I like Shopify, because it's so easy to set up. The second reason why I like Shopify, and I think it makes perfect sense for anyone that's looking to start an online business, is that they have the ability for you to drop ship directly through their platform. Now, if you're new to this channel, you don't know what drop shipping is, just quickly, it allows for you, drop shipping is a platform that allows for you to work with a manufacturer and sell their product without actually holding the inventory of that product. And whenever you make a sale on your website, you can literally just fulfill the order through that third party. So it's a way for you to market a product as it's your own without actually having to spend tons of money to hold those products in inventory. So for someone that's really trying to get started, it's your first time getting out, you don't have a whole lot of capital to start with, drop shipping is a great way for you to test a number of different products and figure out what works without having to spend a ton of money on stacking up your inventory like you might have had to done about 20 years ago. You can test with a number of different products and figure out which ones work in terms of the actual quality of the product, how quickly the manufacturer ships, and how your customers ultimately respond to what it is that you're selling. So drop shipping just makes it very easy for a startup home-based business to get into marketing a product without taking the huge financial risk that's required to be able to offer, a product if you were to, in comparison to if you were to actually try to manufacture that product yourself. So if you're trying to figure out what to sell, you have no idea what you want to start with, drop shipping allows for you to test multiple products and figure it out without a whole bunch of financial risk. So that's the second reason why I like Shopify. They have the drop shipping platforms fully integrated into the system, and it's completely plug and play. You can literally just add the different drop shipping apps to the Shopify platform, swap them out if they're not working for you. They just make it very easy for you to get your drop shipping business off the ground. One of the apps that I personally like to use on the Shopify platform is called Oberlo. They have thousands and thousands of products on the Oberlo platform that you can select from. A lot of times these products are shipping from overseas, so you have to kind of figure out the right shipping mechanism and make it work for what you're offering for your business, and making sure there's not too much of a lead time or shipping time. But other than that, man, it's just really easy to get into selling a product and testing and figuring out what works without having to spend a ton of money in terms of product testing. So that's the main reason why I like Shopify from a drop shipping standpoint, is because it's fully integrated in. It's very easy to swap in and swap out, so you can figure out what works for your customers. All right, so the third reason why I like Shopify is how well Shopify has integrated into the other marketing platforms that are out there. So let's take, for example, Google, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Pinterest. They have all created a seamless integration into the Shopify platform, which makes it very easy for you to run ads from your Shopify store through these different ad networks. They allow for you to be able to tag certain products on your website and appropriately market those products through the different ad platforms so that you can drive traffic back to your store. Because once you have your store set up, you've done your beautiful template setup, you've changed all the colors and the fonts according to your branding and your design, you've chosen your products, you have identified what you want to market and sell to your customers. Now you're going to need traffic. So Shopify has done a really good job of integrating those platforms in there so that you get all the information, all the traffic data that you need so you can get smarter on the customers that are actually going to buy for you. So you don't have to operate outside of the platform. The data can be fully integrated in so that you can get a level of transparency and fully understand what's working, what's not working, and scale and optimize your ad campaign. So this is the third reason why I love Shopify, because they just make it so easy to drive traffic, right? So to quickly recap, right, the first reason why I like it is how easy it is to set up. You choose your colors, you choose your template, you get your domain, you connect it. They have all the tutorials, they walk you through everything, and it just makes it so simple for someone that doesn't have previous coding or website experience. The second reason being drop shipping. If you want to get started, you don't have a ton of capital, you don't know what to sell, you can test a number of different products through the different drop shipping platforms that are available, sell on the behalf of the manufacturer, figure out what works, then scale your business. Once you've identified the products that work, you find the ad platforms that are connected in through with Shopify, you start driving traffic to your store, and then you can scale your business and start generating sales. With me starting my own Shopify store, I was able to get to thousands of dollars per month pretty quickly because of how simple they made the platform from the standpoint of transparency, understanding what works, what the customers are responding to, where my repeat customers are coming from, and that level of insight, that level of data just allowed for me to get smarter on marketing to and targeting my customers so that I could scale my business. So hopefully that was helpful. I'm a huge proponent of Shopify. It's done wonders for me and my family in terms of being able to maintain a home-based business. I have a few other things that I'm involved in, all related to being online and marketing and selling products and services online. But Shopify has certainly been a cornerstone to my home-based business and being able to sell products online. So hopefully that was helpful. Please like, share, and subscribe. We'll greatly appreciate it. The whole point of this channel at Clicks Media is to help people like yourself that want to start their own business, or let's say you have an existing business and you just need the information and tools to scale your business. That's the point of this platform, is to help you get that information so that you can take control of what you're doing online and scale the opportunity. So I appreciate you. Please like, share, and subscribe. If you have any questions, let us know down in the comments. I'm going to leave some links for you to check out if you want to learn more about Clicks Media. Hit the link down in the description. And we appreciate you, and we'll see you on the next video. I'm out.